say what nobody else will. Some of you use fucking therapy speak to avoid accountability. That's my trauma response, has become a get-out-of-jail-free card for shitty behavior. Understanding why you do something isn't the same as changing it. You can't heal what you refuse to own. Naming your patterns without doing the work to shift them is just giving your dysfunction a fucking vocabulary. What are you sad about losing? The person who treated you poorly, who didn't prioritize you, who made you feel like a fucking nut job for just asking for the bare minimum. You're grieving the potential, the fantasy of who they could have been if they had just tried. But here's the thing. The person you're crying over doesn't exist, and oftentimes that's what we're stuck on. Who they could have been if we had just come in and fucking saved them. No, they're not the love of your life. This is just an emotionally unavailable person that fucked with your nervous system and triggered something that felt awful fucking familiar. Have you ever heard of the psychological term repetition compulsion? Essentially what that means is we are going to keep repeating the same patterns over and over again until we heal the fucking wounds that is causing them. So if you keep going after emotionally unavailable people that are gaslighting you, they're breadcrumbing you, they're not actually giving you what it is that you need, there is a part of you that hopes that if you can get this person to love you, then all of the things that you learned in childhood will be wrong. And if you can get this person to choose you, then your parents were wrong and everybody in society was wrong, and that the pain is gonna go away because look, if they like me, then all of the things I've ever learned in the history and in my past are not accurate. But what ends up happening? This just reconfirms all of your fucking core beliefs, and the more we hold on to like they were the one that got away. No baby, they were just somebody that couldn't satisfy your fucking needs. And it's okay for you to take up that space. You don't have to gaslight yourself or convince yourself that this is all you fucking deserve. And if somebody's not putting in the effort, and you are the only one who is doing so, that is not just being selfless and being in love, that is self-abandoning, and that is not actually taking care of your fucking self. Start to look at the narrative that you're creating about people and why you can't move on from them, because very rarely does it actually have to do with them, and more so it has to do with how you see your fucking self. Here's a reality. I need you to face about a healthy and secure relationship. Somebody that cares about you is gonna care about their fucking impact on you. And part of being in a healthy and secure relationship isn't just feeling safe within your own body. It's also feeling safe in the relationship to communicate, to express yourself, and to have somebody that not just welcomes what you have to say, but also reciprocates in their own vulnerability. You're not healing, you're fucking stuck. If you really want to move forward, I need you to start to reshift and reframe what it is that you're trying to understand. Because the more you try to understand them, the less you understand your fucking self. Time is up, but I don't really give a shit. Telling someone they have to text you more or less is not a boundary. That's actually you just trying to control your partner because you're uncomfortable with the space and the silence that's put in between. And the story that you're creating about why they're not fucking texting you. Some people are just fucked up and you can't fix them. Some people are comfortable in their own dysfunction because change is harder than staying the same. You can't love someone into emotional maturity. You can't patience someone into choosing you, and no, you're not noble for trying. You're just avoiding the truth that this person isn't capable of meeting you where the fuck you are. We have to stop pretending it's the same thing. You're not being empathetic. You're being a doormat, and you need to stop making excuses for their bullshit behavior. You're so focused and concerned about them. Who's taking care of you? Loving someone who doesn't love you back isn't romantic. That's just self-abandonment. You're choosing their potential over your peace. You're giving them credit for feelings they never actually fucking had, and deep down you know this. You just keep hoping that if you love them hard enough, they'll finally see your worth. But baby, your worth was never the question. Their capacity was. Start acting like someone would be lucky to be in your fucking life because they are. And the moment you start to change and you shift, you will be shocked the people that, one, leave your life because they don't fucking have the bandwidth to stay. But two, you'll be shocked the people that stay. Maybe the people you never anticipated, maybe the people you didn't think that would. But you know what it shows you? That you're not the problem. Maybe your coping mechanisms, maybe your behavior, maybe the way that you act. Sure, we can all improve and grow. But who you are fundamentally is fucking beautiful and deserving and worthy. You need to stop accepting any fucking less than acting as if you are not. Cause I will be here every day to remind you that I see you, I understand you, and I fucking love you as who you are. According to neuroscience, wanting is not the same as doing. Wanting something is part of the mesolimbic dopamine system, which is also part of your ventral striatum. Doing is part of the prefrontal cortex and your motor planning system. So someone might want connection or intimacy, but their executive function is impaired, which is their prefrontal cortex. And that could be trauma, anxiety, ADHD, depression, attachment triggers. Their intent and capacity are mismatched. And when a person's red circuits, their amygdala, perceived rejection or vulnerability is unsafe, then the body is going to shift into a protective state. That's why this person shuts down, freezes, or dissociates. From the outside it looks like this person doesn't care, but it's a survival response because they are overwhelmed and they're flooded. Similar to when you get fucking anxious and you are outwards, they go inwards. No one is right or wrong here, and following through on a desire depends on prefrontal limbic integration, essentially the communication between emotional and rational brain. And if someone hasn't learned how to tolerate the discomfort, which a lot of my fucking anxious folk haven't either, they'll unconsciously choose the short-term relief, which is avoidance or distraction, over the long-term effort, which is reaching out and committing. And this isn't about excusing behavior, it's just explaining that not every failure is a lack of want, and it's not always just a motivational issue. Sometimes it's fucking regulating. Do you know what makes a relationship healthy and secure? That you have the hard conversations. That's what makes it healthy, is that you're not hiding things, you're not fawning, you're not people pleasing, and you're not going back into old patterns. What makes it healthy isn't the absence of conflict. What makes it healthy is the safety to fucking face it head on together, and to regulate and then repair so that you could move on stronger and feeling more seen with this person. Here's what no one tells you about healing. Some healing can only happen in a relationship. You can understand your anxious attachment intellectually, and you can still spiral when they don't fucking text you back. You don't actually know if you've changed until you're in it. Because again, when you're single and alone, you're not being triggered. You don't have anybody that's missing you off. You don't have somebody that's testing your goddamn patience. And then when you're dating, all of a sudden, you might feel like a kid again. It's not about shaming and blaming yourself when you go back to those moments. It's about stopping saying, what are my tools and what is the growth that I've done? Because I'm gonna make me a year ago fucking proud. Because I'm not gonna handle the same shit anymore. I'm not gonna do the same stuff I used to do. I'm gonna do better. Because I know better.